Hey everyone, welcome to tonight's trading video. Today is July the 3rd, 2014. And I wanted to take a look at the S&P 500 here as we head into the 4th of July weekend. And you can see we're getting very, very close to that 2,000 mark on the S&P. We are not far off it at all. I don't believe we hit it, but we came pretty darn close today. Yesterday. And you can see the high here was 1978. So very, very close. A lot of people have been asking, what are the thoughts moving forward from here? Should I be liquidating? Should I be buying more? What should my thought process be? So one of the indicators I like using is something called an RSI, right? So if I insert an indicator here, relative strength index. So I'm going to insert that, and I have some certain parameters that I go by. So my RSI is set to 80 on the overbought and 20 on the oversold. So normally it's 30 and 70. I look for extreme overbought and oversold conditions. Now, when you look at here on the weekly, you can see that we are starting to approach extreme overbought conditions. When we go to the monthly, though, you're going to see something that's interesting. You can see here that we are in overbought condition mode. Now, we've seen instances where we've gone to overbought condition and kind of, kept moving. But overall, when you see a monthly chart and it's in the overbought zone, you want to be cautious. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to collapse or anything like that. But my point is that when you look at the bigger picture and you see that a market is either extremely overbought or extremely oversold, in this case it's overbought here, you want to take that into consideration moving forward, right? So if you're long the S&P or you're long a lot of stocks that are in the S&P, be cognizant of the fact that on a monthly chart it is overbought. Now you can see here, if you take a look here, there were instances where it was overbought here, right? And you had a little bit of a retracement right there. You had overbought here. Not much happened there. And you have overbought here. So you don't have to look at it and say, well, nothing's going to happen, right? But eventually, when you have these big runs, and that's the other thing you need to pay attention to, you have a very big run here that is basically has not been stopped. You had a little bit of a jitter here. But overall, this move from about 1,100 all the way up to almost 2,000 here has not been stopped. This thing has just kept going with small instances of pulling back or resting for a month and then continuing. This is a move, by the way, that's been taking, that happened starting in 2011. So we're talking about 3 years now, right? So be aware of that as we sort of get into the summer. We're in summer officially now. I am not a buyer anymore here. I've been long a bunch of stocks, but I am watching this very carefully. Now, when we look at the weekly chart here, you don't see much in terms of where this market may be headed. Let me remove this. So you can see right here that this market, what it's been doing overall is just making sort of, from the low to the high, higher low, right? Higher high, higher low. Higher high, higher low, right? Doing it over and over. There's higher high there, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So that's what it's been doing. If you look closely here, I don't think it's it's crazy to think that we're going to see a retracement here, maybe in the next few weeks. You can see from, for example, if I go from this low to this high right here, you can see it went to the 127, had some hesitation, came down. Now you can see we're at that 1618. So I actually think that where we are right now, we're probably going to see a retracement. I can't guarantee it, of course. But I think, given where we are, given that it's at the 1618, and in fact, if I actually clone this, and only some of you will be able to actually notice this, but from the low to this high right here, you can see that there's an area of confluence right in that range. So I don't think we're going to move too much higher before we start to see a retracement. There's a lot of confluence in this area. So be cognizant of that and watch it very, very closely. No short signals yet, so, be patient with that. The other quick market I want to take a look at is gold. A lot of people have been asking me about gold. Gold, I've been long for quite a long time, and the reason I'm long is because of this major retracement from this low to that high. We came right into the 5618. Do you realize that we've been hanging in this area for the better part of an entire year? We came down here, sometime in about a year ago, and now we've just been kind of up and down and up and down. Now, some people are noticing that there is a reverse head and shoulders happening here. If you want to look at this as a shoulder, head, right shoulder, maybe. There's a lot of up and down here. There's also a lot of consolidation. So if you take a look, you can see consolidation, triple bottom sort of thing going on right here. So this is bound to do something. I don't know if it's going to happen soon, but it's going to happen. And when it does, it's either going to pop to the upside or to the downside. Now I believe it's going to go pop to the upside. Why? Because of this major move, right? From the low to the high, comes all the way down here, right in that 5618 consolidation. I'm expecting a move to the upside. But you never know. We could end up collapsing if it breaks below this low here. I'm out. So I'm actually, if you're looking for a longer term play long, this is actually not a bad area to look to get long. Place a stop below the low here, and we could see a nice pop back up into 150, 160s. You know, it's going to take a while. Obviously, this is a monthly chart, but it's a nice looking play. All right. So enjoy the 4th of July weekend. And one last thing, we're sending out videos again via email. So if you want to get these videos delivered to your inbox, just subscribe here. Also, we're starting live courses up again. So if you want to be in a class where you can trade live along with me on a daily, 3 times a week, you want to check this out. And I said, first 20 people to sign up will get 4 months instead of 2 months, and there's a discounted price of $8.97. So grab that while it's available. There's still a few spots left. We'll be starting classes in about 2 weeks. So look forward to seeing you guys there. Have a great weekend, guys, and we'll see you next week.